and congregational. So I will be referring to her as Pastor Ann. Anybody who knows her will always call her what? Pastor Ann. Let me put my glasses on so I can see. Pastor Ann is the senior pastor at Living Springs Riverdale Ministry Center. And she's the founder and director of Circle Ministry. She's also on the pastoral team for Living Springs Community Church in Glenwood, Illinois. Professionally, she's a social worker for the Cook County court system, where she counsels people to receive the available services. She is especially sensitive to people of veterans, elderly, women, and families in crisis. Those are the ones that touch her heart, and she goes that extra mile to those type of groups of people. She is the only African American woman, and woman period, in the pastoral leadership team of the New Theme classes of the Reformed Church of America. She also mentors females and males in the seminary or commissioned pastor program. She is the first African American student to graduate from Western Theological Seminary, and she is currently in a doctoral program at Northern Baptist Theological Seminary in Lombard, Illinois. For the past 27 years, she has been a loyal and faithful member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. She has served on the local, state, regional, and national level in this organization. She is currently the chaplain of Tall Side Zeta chapter, and she is currently the Great Lakes Regional Chaplain. The Great Lakes covers, 10 states? 10 states, including the state of Illinois. Her passion is community service. And some of the programs that she works with is PADS, March of Dimes, American Cancer Society, Children's Hunger Fund, and Women in Crisis. She is the recipient of the 2017 Zeta of the Year from Tall Side Zeta chapter, the Crescent Moon Award from the Men of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Upsilon Sigma chapter, and the recipient of the Community Service Award from the Top Ladies of Distinction of the Chicago chapter. Currently, she also serves as the Vice President of African American Council for the Reformed Church of America, where she serves and speaks for over 4,000 people. Please allow me to present to some and introduce to others the recipient of the 2018 Juanita Simpson Award, Reverend Wazetta Ann Gilbert.
That's my song, but I can't sing it. I bring you greetings from my daddy, Jesus Christ, and from my daddy who has his angel wings, Reverend Willie Chrome, and from my mother, Sister May. We call her Mama May at the church. Stand up, Mom. Amen. What a tremendous honor to have a mother that is still alive, amen? And I bring you greetings from the phenomenal final women of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Please stand, sorors. And so I want to say thank you to President Donald Thank you for allowing a little girl from the south side of Chicago, who's a proud graduate of Price Elementary, Corliss High School, then stumbled her way into Chicago State, found her voice at Illinois State, then went on to fellowship in the Church of God in Christ, the Methodist Church, the African Methodist Church, and God led me to serve Caucasian people.
Come on now.
In the Reformed Church of America, while I teach them, ain't nothing wrong with a little brown sugar. And so I thank you. I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for recognizing the girl that stuttered, who was bullied, whose punishment was to go outside because she sat at the feet of the elders to hear the story of wisdom. And so today we talked about Lot and Abram, and how Lot lifted his eyes and he was self-centered, he was evil, and he only thought about the worldly stuff he could get. And some people thought he had the best land. But if you read on through Genesis 13 and you stumble into 14 through 18, you see that Abram had his eyes lifted too.
All right.
And Abram didn't get the best land. He didn't get the worst land. He got all the land. And so I leave you with a challenge. Where are you lifting your eyes? Where are you lifting your eyes when good church people turn their back on social injustices?
That's right.
The community, the church, and the court. That is how we should groom our children. I shouldn't see more African American men walking through Markham with their pants down and men in fine suits not encouraging them to pull them up.
Come on.
I shouldn't see young women fighting over child support when back in the day grandma and grandpa made sure their children were taken care of. Who are you lifting your eyes up to?
Yeah.
You are legacies of Jesus Christ. And so you should be about the business of making a difference in your church, in your community, and in the court. Because your community is both your home and your residential.
All right.
And so I thank you. I thank you for honoring me. But when you honor me, you honor all the women and men who are standing on their shoulders. Some people idolize Dr. King. No, not I. Some people idolize Barack Obama. Good looking as he is, no, not I. Some people idolize First Lady Michelle Obama, no, not I. I honor and I look up to a little woman from Charleston, Mississippi that stood 4'2", my great grandmother. I look up and I honor a little man from Charleston, Mississippi who stood 4'5". I look up and I honor veterans that go to Vietnam and come back and they lost their mind. And they come home to a world that doesn't appreciate them.
That's right.
I call him Daddy. I look up and I honor a grandmother who would take the time to fry some good chicken, make macaroni and cheese, collard green, and then make you line up and take some turpentine.
You're right.
But I never got sick.
No, you didn't.
I look up and I honor a mother who, when I would stutter and the words wouldn't come out, she would say, "Keep believing." And I look up and I honor you. The road of Barbara Jordan, Shirley Chisholm.
Yeah.
The road of Harriet Tubman. The road of Sojourner Truth. Yes, God, I love my men, but I honor my sisters. So I stand on your shoulders, women. Change comes with us.
Yes.
So gather up your friends and your neighbors. Gather up the one that agitates you and take her to vote.
Now, I'd like to introduce you to Camille Garrett. She is a top lady of distinction. And she's also an integral part of the Freedom Fund Committee. Without her, she is our queen of fundraising. She put all of this together. Everything that you see, she is my rock. Thank you so much for everything that you do, Camille Garrett.
toes. I just wanted you all to stretch it out.
All right.
You know, life is absolutely amazing. You meet some awesome people along your journey, and this room is filled with so many. I want to just take a moment to personally thank every single person who bought an ad, who wished us well, who purchased a ticket, who stayed to the end. Thank you so very much from the bottom of our heart. You all have no idea of how much work needs to be done. We are a small group, and we are just hoping that you will join us along the way. You know, Reverend said release. I'm releasing for just a few minutes. You know, when we came together as a committee for the Freedom Fund, I had no idea that it would bring me back in the path of one of my very good Army buddies. I haven't seen him in over 10 years.
Okay.
We served together. The next award is the Willie Scott Leadership Award. This award was established in 2016 in honor of Willie Scott. Mr. Scott was a long-standing member of the NAACP Chicago Far South Suburban Branch. He was a mentor to the community and a resident of Blue Island. The recipient of this award exemplifies dedication to service, strength in leadership, and pride for the community. And for all of these reasons, LaSalle King is very deserving. Chief of, go ahead, clap it up. Yes, absolutely. Chief of Police LaSalle King is the first African-American police chief appointed in the city of Blue Island.
All right. All right.